All right, what do we cover? Daryl talked about the National Summertime Award. Get out there and do those things with your scouts. Simple, fun, effective. Keep that thread going. Community Organization Awards, if you know somebody who would qualify for that, don't hesitate to fill out a nomination. It is a nomination only. Those March Scout Law Points and themes. Cheer at the Game and Gathering activity. We talked about summer meetings and events and summer camps. A couple more slides for you guys. District training event is coming up on Saturday, February 20th. The training includes Baloo as well as the omnibus. So Margot's doing the den leader, committee chair, committee member, and Cub Master training all in one fell swoop for about 3 hours. If you have a new volunteer in your pack who's not trained yet or you're not trained yet, this is a great way to do that. There's a sign-up registration right here. It's a live link for you, and more information is on I think that's the district website. I can't tell, their links are so bizarre. So that's a good thing. Margot teaches that. Margot's fantastic. Next month at Roundtable, we're going to talk about spring recruitment extravaganza kickoff. Margot's going to be teaching Cub Masters as well, so if your Cub Master who's new can't make it to the omnibus, come next month, and that's coincident with Roundtable, of course, she's across the hall doing that. Chris, do you want to come up and ask about LDS Scouters and what they might want to talk about? I was talking to Chris about this a week ago. I've done 2 breakout sessions on recruitment, and of the 30 some odd people that we had come to recruitment discussions, exactly 1 was an LDS Scouter. So I asked Chris to come up with some ideas for what people might want to hear or talk about from an LDS perspective, if we want to do a separate breakout, or if we want to have a part of our discussion be on recruitment. You want to throw out some ideas?
Right. So one of the things that sets LDS units apart from the community is our membership generally draws from the local LDS unit, and as the boys move into primary, they move into Cub Scouts, and that just flows. So there's not usually a lot of focus on recruiting more members into the unit, which is not necessarily how it should be or how it could be. We could definitely recruit just like any of the non-LDS units. So one of the ideas is, how do we handle recruitment as an LDS unit, and how does it differ from non-LDS units? Budgeting also tends to be a bit different in LDS units than it does from community ones, because often the budget comes from a ward budget through the primary. So if that's something we want to discuss, that's another possibility.
Does anything resonate? I mean, we have a few LDS Scouters in the back, don't we? Does anything resonate to you guys?
I've been in a Boy Scout troop that we recruited a guy that wasn't LDS, and all we did was just ask his parents to do the same funding that the board members did, and as long as he participated in the camp fundraiser, he was treated just like anybody else.
That's what we found, is that most LDS units, if not all, are very open to welcoming outside members.
Doesn't matter.
Absolutely, come one, come all.
Yeah.
What Chris is talking about is actively going out as a Cub Scout pack and recruiting from the community, whether it be schools or whatever. And like I said, when we do these breakout discussions, I don't get a lot of response from LDS Scouters. So the point is,
well,
for coming next month, what would you like to hear about?
Well, we're kind of captured by what the bishop would want to do.
Right. Okay.
So if the bishop is not as amenable, but I couldn't understand why one wouldn't. But okay.
Well, and if it's helpful, I can do some research and find out what official LDS policy is versus what traditional experience is, and they don't always exactly match.
That's the mantra.
Right. And like I said, the past 2 breakouts I've done on recruitment, I've had exactly 1 LDS Scouter, and I want to invite the LDS Scouters to come join us next month. But I want you to help us figure out what's going to be a good discussion, valuable for your time. And I know Chris was kind of curious about the budgeting issue with the packs, and because it's very different, and you were talking about how fundraising is a little bit different potentially. And Chris is willing to do some research and lead discussion if that kind of resonates at all, or maybe other issues, I don't know.
Just think the term sacred funds.
Right, yeah. I don't know. Quiet group. We're here to serve you guys, so I think most of what I see here is the community side. We're going to talk about recruitment, but we want to get as many people as we can in here to have a good discussion. So, go ahead, Lisa.
I do have two small plugs.
Go ahead.
Speaking of recruiting, this is one of the recruiting tools that the council is making available. If you actually are interested in how to make this happen and make this a part of your PAC's repertoire of activities, let me know, because we are, I do have a committee coming together to help you guys with recruiting and setting up recruiting activities, and maybe, we're brainstorming how we can help you recruit this spring. This is one of our tools. The other plug is also recruiting, kind of, is Cub Scout Shootout is happening once again, May 21st. This is your first plug of it, because it's also the very first time for the new Boys Cub Scout Shooting Award, Shooting Sports Award. That will be available and offered at the Cub Scout Shootout, which means your current Tiger Scout can earn his Tiger-specific award, and then in the summer, earn his wolf.
Excellent.
So,
What are they going to shoot at?
we are going to be doing the shootout at Camp Island. So it'll also be your first opportunity to come to Camp Island and see how camp is slightly run.
There you go. Or at least,
It's a lot looser because they're just boys.
but at least
going to
you also get an
ranges.
idea of the camp itself and where the restrooms are and that sort of thing.
So we'll be having more BB gun ranges this year, more archery ranges.
So I'd say what I think we'll do is, and again, we're going to talk about the recruiter strip and a few other awards next month. What I'd like to do is we'll probably come together and see who wants to talk about what. And if everybody sticks around for recruitment, that's great. If we have people that show up that want to talk about something else LDS specific, that's great too. And Chris can go have a discussion. But if you have something you want to hear about, email Chris. Let him know. He's got some good ideas. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Quick plug, candy across the hall. Go talk to Kelly. She might be packed up by now. Great way. It's got his thrifty to earn his own way. And there's a link here to sign up if you haven't signed up already. It's not too late. And these are the dates. Starts today. Pinewood Derby for the district, April 2nd. Slide of information. There's a sign up. This is new for registering. Come one, come all. All scouts are welcome. It's not a top 3 placing in your pack or anything like that.
Can of food gets you.
Can of food is to get you in the door. That's the entry fee. Wood Badge, if you haven't been to Wood Badge, come to Wood Badge. It's all kinds of great fun. Lisa can tell you more about that. There are 2 sessions, 6 days, 5 nights in August, and then 2 3-day, 2-night sessions in September. Cost is $240. If it's an issue, there is assistance available from the council. Do not make that be a burden. Registration link is buried in there somewhere in Tintaroo, I think. If you don't know what Wood Badge is, here's a summary. It's a leadership course that can change your life. Is that satisfactory?
Yep,
Classroom and outdoor.
we're doing 100 because
If you're not sure, if you're on the fence, come to a night of Wood Badge. Daryl will be there. I will be there. Are you going?
our boys are headed up to the mountain.
You should-
I'm trying to decide whether I want to play in the snow or go with that.
This is a great way to get information about what it's all about. It's dinner and dessert is included with the cost of $15. I've heard the dessert is delicious, or maybe it's the dinner. I forget.
The man cooking is delicious.
There you go. If you have questions or comments, contact Cheryl Shake. She's Assistant Council Commissioner for our council. District Board of Merit deadline is coming up. If you have someone you know that you think is a good candidate for that, fill out the form and send it to Big Jack at activities at sunsettrail.org. There's a nomination form right there. There's a set of requirements. The simple answer is they have to be registered, they have to be breathing. The stuff in the middle is a little squishy. So read that and see if you think you know somebody who qualifies. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and our website. There's a start, stop, continue worksheet in the back if you want to provide some feedback anonymously, or you can give us an email. Otherwise, thank you for being here. Have a great evening. Go forth and do scouting.